I'm Jim Harbidge. I'm Head of Sustainability at Arco, and I've been here about 15 months. Although my sustainability tenure goes back 30 years, and I've worked for companies like Virgin and Greyhound Bus in the US.
Hi Jim, what do you do and why do you think it's important?
Well, my responsibility is to chiefly Arco customers, but also our staff. It's about managing Arco's performance, its environmental and sustainability performance. I'm responsible for the impacts of the products that we sell and also our environmental performance back in the UK.
Do you have any interesting insights for us on how the safety industry is approaching sustainability?
Sustainability is a big subject, and I think it means different things to different people. Some of our bigger accounts have sustainability strategies and clear objectives and targets, and Arco will try to support those through the services and products that it offers. I think all customers really want Arco to just get on and manage sustainability in the background, and that's what we do. And that becomes an element of trust. The danger, of course, is that it's possible to make claims about products and their performance without really having anything behind those.
Yes, we've heard of this before. Is it the term's greenwashing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Arco is trying to move away from that by only talking about products in terms of independently verified and sometimes certified schemes such as Better Cotton or GRS, which is Global Recycled Standard Recycled Polyester.
So is Arco doing anything else to demonstrate the sustainability of its products?
Yes, we've started to perform our own assessment of product sustainability using life cycle assessment through independent bodies as well. But we have a new range of high-vis gear, which is it's able to be washed 50 times. It's made from GRS recycled polyester, and it's designed from the ground up to be fully recyclable at the end of its life back into a product at the same level of performance.
When you say 50 washes on these garments, how does that compare to a quote-unquote normal, unsustainable garment?
Well, we know that different customers treat garments in different ways, and sometimes garments are not washed at all. They're almost treated as disposable. But typically I would say that most customers, say on a construction site, would wash their garments 3 or 4 times before it reached end of life.
3 or 4 times?
Yeah, just 3 or 4. And I think having something which can last maybe twice or 3 times that provides a real sustainability benefit.
So have you seen a change in customer demand for more sustainable products, given that there's a higher awareness now about climate change and environmental effects?
Well, I think that's certainly true of products, but even in something as simple as packaging, the humble shoebox, that's certainly true. We know, for instance, that when customers receive packaging from us, they have to do something with it, and they've found, and customers have told us, that it's sometimes difficult to find recyclers. And that's because the boxes that we send footwear out in is sometimes laminated, printed, it's got adhesives and so on. And so Arco spent probably the last 12 months redesigning the shoebox, and we've got that, an example of what we've designed here, which is completely different. It's about 30% lighter than the traditional shoebox. There's no adhesives or glues at all. In fact, it's almost an origami version of the traditional item. And at the end of its life, it can be sent for a very simple recycling pulping process, turn it back into another shoebox.
Well, okay, so you've highlighted the environmental benefits of the sustainable packaging. Are there any other benefits for the customers?
Well, I think the obvious example is where you've got a shoebox which is 30% lighter. It's 30% less impact in transit and 30% cheaper ultimately in being able to send that package to the post. So yes, absolutely.
So it can help the environment and save
and the
some
pocket,
money.
yeah.
So what would be the key takeaway, Jim, for our viewers from your chat with us today?
Well, I think we've spoken quite a lot about greenwash, and my guidance would be if you're told something about a product, its environmental performance, don't take that at face value, but look for third-party independent evidence that that claim's true, and that should be available as a piece of paper with a certification mark on it or some other numerical basis.
So dig a little deeper, do your research.
Absolutely.
Well, Jim, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for providing us with your experience.
Thanks a lot.